What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zebec today, ZBCN, USD. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 6th day of November. Here we are at about $0.0312 right now, 5 hours, 57 minutes left in this day. Massive recovery yesterday, and we're giving a lot of it back today. So what we're looking for on the short-term stuff, hopefully, are signs that we are not going to persist lower. We're at a place to find support, that we are going to continue this move higher and provide that this is, in fact, the low, right? I believe, and I'm sure a lot of you watching this believe this is the low, that we're probably not going to go lower than that, but the charts need to validate that. Technically, what we've done so far is we've moved up, we found resistance right here, and we've moved back down. That's not good, right? That's not good. You don't want, and let me calm you down. The sky's not falling, everything's okay. But it's not good to backtest prior support zones, albeit a very significant support zone where we found resistance before and even support before, going back here and support right there. It's not good to reject off of that area. You don't want to see that. That promotes the idea that we go lower. So we need to find things in the charts that tell us that that's not going to happen. Let's look at the 1 hour. We'll zoom out from there and see what we can come up with, okay? Again, hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you all for being here. So, first and foremost, what I can say is if we hold this area of support, if we do move higher, this is actually a really good area to find support. Prior resistance, prior support right there. We're at a good zone to find support, but we have to find it now. It has to be right now. We don't have to have a reaction like this, though Zebec does do stuff like that, right? 1 hour, 2 hours goes by, we're back at 0.038. Who knows? That's great. We'll take it if it comes, but we need to hold this area of support. I don't care how it looks. It just needs to look. From a low to a high, we're right at the 0.5. And I guess with this being said, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, maybe this area, as nice as it would be, maybe it's not as crucial, right, as I was making it sound. Perhaps we go to the golden ratio and we find support here. It's a little bit uglier from a price perspective, but again, from a fib perspective, golden ratio wise, it's a pretty perfect area to find support. And you're right there near your 0.003 level, which is a psychological rounded number for support as well. So even if you go a little bit lower, it's fine. But it would look great. I think it would look really great to find support here. I just want to say that. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, the RSI is right at the oversold zone. Perfect area to bounce. Stochastics are bearish. Perfect area to go lower. And the MACD does have bullish divergence. And you're at the 0. Might be a perfect area to bounce as well. There's some conflictions in the chart, right? What I'm seeing here is we could find support right here. It would look good. I think there's a lot of reasons to expect that. But if we go lower, there's reasons to there's the allowance, I should say, to find support. We have that, what's the word I'm looking for? That grace, that wiggle room to find support a little bit lower. If we go down to 0.003, 0.029, it's okay. All right. But I don't know if we're going to do that. I want to call for support here, but I'm not getting enough off the 1 hour indicators to hint at that yet. The stochastics give me the heebie-jeebies a little bit. 54 minutes left in this 1 hour time frame. Maybe by the end of this hour, we'll have more. Maybe this is one of those solid bodies down, little spinning top candle here, and then a solid body up. Maybe we get one of those classic reversal signs here. And that would be perfect if we did. Looking at the 4 hour time frame now, zooming out a little bit more, the 4 hour RSI did find resistance where it found resistance before, where we found resistance before back here. What we're looking for ideally would be that we don't go below the 40, that we don't go to the oversold zone, but that we do find support somewhere around the 40. Around the 50 would have been nice, but that's already gone and passed, right? So somewhere, hold on real quick, you guys, hold on real quick. I don't know how much of that you guys could hear, but I had a show playing in the other room, and I forgot to turn it down, so that's my fault. I hope that wasn't too distracting for anybody, but if it was, and you're still here, your patience paid off. Thank you. If you didn't hear it, don't even worry about it. But 4 hour time frame here. I want to make sure everything's good. You guys can hear me. Yes, you can see me. Yes, everything's good. We're still rolling. Okay, here we are. What were we at? We're looking to find support here at the 40, right? So again, another kind of idea that while it's not critical to find support right here, it would look nice. Why would it look nice? Because then we're finding support at the 40. 1 hour, 52 minutes left in this 4-hour candle. We could wick lower and then come back up and close here. It's okay if we wick lower. It's okay if we wick higher, whatever. But if we close right around here, we're getting a nice area to find support on the RSI. And that finding support here could indicate that we're doing something different than what we did here, different than what we did here. We could be building and getting into the overbought zone, seeing higher prices. That's what we're looking for. So good. There are some signs that we are looking to find support in this area. Stochastics right at the 50. This is a perfect area to find support as well. And the MACD, if it's trending, tyically when these oscillators get close to touching, or even as they partially cross, that's whenever we bounce and we look to move higher. So all of these indicators, again, saying the same thing. We could move a little bit lower, but right around here, this is where we want to find support. So good, looking good. Daily time frame, stochastics are pointed upwards at the moment. You're bouncing off the oversold zone. The blue line is crossed below the orange line. I would prefer it if by the end of the day we close green, but I realize that's asking for a lot. We're down about 6.7%. All it takes, we got 5 hours, 51 minutes left in this day. All it takes is a couple candles like what we saw yesterday, and we're green again. So, I mean, it can happen. It can definitely happen. We're certainly at areas to find support as far as our 1 hour and our 4 hour time frames are concerned. Being at the oversold zone here on the RSI as well, bouncing off, that's nice. It would look nice if today closed green, because then we're not rejecting the 40 as well. So that would be a kind of nice thing to see. Just because it'd be nice doesn't mean it's going to happen. MACD, no bullish divergence, nothing there. The MACD is actually very bearish. The MACD is the one thing that I think looks the worst here. But other than that, everything else is looking all right. The MACD, it looks the worst when you're at your lows, right? It looks its worst whenever you're at your lows. Sometimes you get this bullish divergence, and that's nice. But, like here at this low, you looked your worst. You were your absolute worst on the MACD here, right? There wasn't anything positive at all, and yet you were at your low points, right? By the time you started to show some positivity, you were well past your low points. So the fact that it looks bad here, I'm not going to judge you on that, right? It's just saying, hey, things are bearish. Well, no, duh. Here we are. Anyways, weekly time frame. When we do find support, wherever it might be, whether it's here or it's at 1001, no, I'm just kidding. We're not going to go all the way down there. Somewhere around this area. When we do find support, when we do break out, we're going to be moving higher to new all-time highs, right? We're overall in this kind of pennant pattern. I think we have broken out of it to the downside. If you want to say that, let's just see lower highs here. I mean, maybe. I hate diagonal lines for that reason. I feel like, in my opinion, it's like we've broken out of it already. I don't know. Regardless, we did have a trend line here that we were holding. We've definitely broken out of that, but we're in this consolidation phase, whatever the hell it is. It was the Dorito chip of truth and triumph, and now it's the, I don't even know what to call it. It's the slumping slump of, I mean, it looks perfect, right? It does look good right there. I don't know. We're in this consolidation phase. Whenever we break out, we're going to see fantastic, higher, new all-time highs. From a high to a low here, the expectation there would be that we see something on the lines of a 3-cent price or higher by the end of the year. So Zebec, ZBCN, sorry, I misspoke there, is intended to do about a 10x move from here to potentially as much as a 25x move from here by the end of this year of 2025. Now, I personally don't think Zebec will be at 7.9 cents by the end of this year. I personally don't think that we'll see 4.5 cents by the end of this year. I'm sorry, 3 cents by the end of this year. We'll likely see something that's in between. So not a 10x, not a 25x, but something in between. Perhaps then we do get this 4.5 cent price at a 14x, or maybe something that's in between 7.9 and 6.1 cents, somewhere in that area. But very bullish on Zebec overall, ZBCN overall. Just momentary caution, I suppose. It might be a completely appropriate time to buy, because whenever we're cautious with this thing, it's actually typically the moments that it does rip. You are at good areas of support back here, prior areas of support there, relevant to this overall range from a low to a high. We are in the golden ratio. I think it's a perfect area to buy, but again, if you buy here and the price goes lower, don't fret, don't panic. You could go as low as 0.0028 or even 0.0025 and still be fine. But the idea here again is that if Zebec moves lower, you don't want the rest of the market to be pumping, right? When the rest of the market pumps, you want Zebec to be pumping with it. It's okay if you move lower as long as the rest of the market's moving down as well, okay? I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you are moving lower, if you do see a lower low and the rest of the market's not dumping like that, hopefully you just get a fake out reaction, right? Hopefully it's a quick reaction like that. That's what you would then look for. If not, if we break below 00256, we're going to have a whole different discussion on that day. But I don't think that's what's going to happen, guys. We're talking about the upside, focusing on this being the low. I very much believe it is. I got nothing else. Hit the like button, subscribe. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.